Yo guys, what's up? Sethum here. So once again in my BMW. So over there, as you guys can see, I'm at the garage, and that's the reason why. Well, one of the reasons. So a couple of things have happened to the car, one of them being that now I have a theory as to what's going on. It's to do with the rear wheels. We'll get into that in a little bit. See, these are the problems of owning a BMW. I'm part of a BMW X3 group on Facebook, and it's funny because there's a lot of memes going around about how these cars like to be money bleeders, but there's also another problem with the car, and that is I suspect on the front right wheel, one of the wheel bearings is gone. But let me show you around and what's going on. Car coming. There we go. I'm about to get out now. I'll show you what that's caused. So obviously the speedo's not working. So if I do, hold on a second, let's swap to that. There we go. And so the indicator's not working either. We've got the ABS, that's the handbrake. Oh, that's the handbrake right there. So it's now obviously parked, and I've got the handbrake on, and we've got tire pressure and then 4x4 indicator right there, saying that there's an issue with that. But there is another little thing, and if you listen now, and I'm going to be quiet, I'm going to just release the clutch. I'll put it out a second. There we go. Open up the door. There we go. So that'll need sorting out as well. I'll show you the back. Don't know if you can see. So yeah, the tire is basically not straight. If you can see what's going on. So that's what I think the problem is. So I'm going to go and speak to the mechanic. Yeah, so I'll go and speak to the mechanic. We'll see what we can arrange. Now, of course, I do have some warranties, so when I get home, I'm going to be on the phone to the warranty company and see what we can get through warranty. But yeah, this is what happens when you get a BMW. Apparently these things are money bleeders, but that's fine. We'll get it covered. I don't know if this is, you know, the resolution to these problems will be all in one video, or if these will be separate videos. They'll probably be in one video and all stuff. With that being said and done, it's time to go inside, drop off the car, and then take the bus home, because hey, why not? That's what I've got to do. And I'll keep you guys posted, and we'll see. This is what it's like to have a BMW. Obviously it's a used BMW, as you can see. It's done its fair share of miles, and yeah, we'll see how much this totals up to. All right, so just an update on that's how much it cost me. So this is what we went through right there, and so yeah, all sorted for now. But after discussing with my mechanic, by the way, I haven't turned the car on, I've come to the conclusion that I am going to get rid of it. Why get rid of it? I'm just going to part exchange it for a new car. So I've done all the little formalities and things, and let's have a look over there. Perfect. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna get rid of it, and I'm gonna go for a new car. Now it is a bit dusty. It's been sat a week in the garage. I mean, I've had to get a hire car, which was of course on my own finance, because hey, you know, it is what it is. So that cost me some money as well, on top of the bill that you just saw there. So yeah, it's gonna be sad to see this car go. I was looking forward to keeping it for quite a while. I've only had it for about half a year, but it is one of those things. It's a car that it's got a certain age to it, and if I were to keep it, I'd have to invest a bit more money in it. I'm not going to do that, because it's not something that's going to benefit me in the long run. So that means this Saturday, when I go and pick up the car, the new car, and drop this off, we'll be doing a bit of a road trip. Now, I'm going to vlog that just to kind of do it for the channel. I thought it'd be a bit of an entertaining type of, or different type of content that I'm going to add to it. It's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see the new car. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to spoil what I've gone for. It's it's an expensive car. It costs a bit of money, but I'm hoping that it is a good pick, and we'll see. But that's it. Yeah, this is the state. It's been fixed so far. So let's hope we don't have any more unforeseen events until we go pick up the new car. After that, we'll see. Well, welcome back, guys. Just with an update here for y'all. As you can see, the ABS warning light, the tire pressure warning lights, and the 4x4 pressure light, 4x4 light again is acting up. So this is on the same day as the previous snippet where I showed you that it had been fixed. Obviously from that I went to work, and now I just basically got home from work. So basically when I got in the car, turned it on, this happened. I guess long story short, I'm glad that I'm fixing the problem by changing the car, because I definitely don't have the patience to be dealing with this. Now, of course, I could fix it, put money in it, but I don't think it's worth my time and money and investment. So if there's a lesson learned, be careful and think twice when you do decide to purchase a vehicle. So as you can see, this is what you're looking at right there, is the miles to empty. And so it's all interconnected with the rear center, which is a bit of a problem, and yeah, continues to be an issue. So here we go. There we are, folks. It's the big day. It's a bit windy outside, and as you can see, loads of cars. This is the new car, the one that I've got, and all the paperwork's now been done, ready to go. And I'm looking forward to driving this one home. Tell you what, it was a bit of a journey getting here, but I am quite happy with the service I received. Just to kind of show you the garage. So here we go. So yeah, a bit of an upgrade from the good old X5 to the Audi A6. I told you I wouldn't spoil it. A little look on the inside, but I'm happy with my decision so far. So alright, so I do apologize if the sound quality isn't the best. I did record this with my phone. And just a brief overview of the BMW. So the BMW itself had, I believe, about 9 owners prior to me. I picked it up from what I would call a fairly shady dealer. It was out of an act of desperation because I did need a vehicle. Obviously, I don't really like staying at home, so my previous car flooded. I picked up a car. I thought I'd go for a cheap car. I wanted, of course, an SUV, so I kind of cheaped out on it. Ended up regretting it, and long story short, I just wanted a cheap car where I didn't want to invest money in it to get me from point A to B, enough for me to make use of for, let's say, about 2 years. I was initially going to modify it and turn it into something else, but firstly, I decided to just hold on a bit and see how the car deals. Now, as I drove it, as I made use of it, I realized certain things were not right with it, and it was going to end up costing more and more and more money. Now, of course, the car had quite a few issues. It was a 2007 model, so, you know, we're in 2021. You can imagine that's a lot of years right there. Of course, I had a lot of miles. The car itself wasn't bad, but I wasn't ready to invest in the car, so I just thought I'd cut my losses. My mechanic gave me good sound advice, so I ended up spending a week's worth of time hunting down cars, finding a car that I would be happy driving with. Now, of course, with the advice of my mechanic, I decided to go for this Audi. And on this note, just quite briefly and very importantly, actually, I want to thank you guys because this car is funded by the stuff that I do on YouTube. So obviously, this it almost feels like I don't deserve it, but at the end of the day, I consider that I've worked for it, and I have you guys to thank for this car because through coming and watching my videos and interacting with my content, this has been possible just because of you guys. So it's, I never thought I'd be able to get behind a wheel of a car like that. I've always looked at them. Now I can actually drive one. It's fairly new. And it's a brilliant car. Now, as for the garage that I picked it up from, if there's anything to say from this, if there's any lesson to be learned from this, when you decide to go get a car, just go for a reputable garage. You're more likely to have a pleasant experience. So I would definitely class the experience I had with the first car, or with the BMW, because it's not my first car, but I would definitely class it as a bit of a sour experience. I mean, of course, there are things to consider, and I did mention what those things were previously. It's important to note here, though, that while I did have the intention to keep the car, I didn't actually properly look after it, if that makes sense. Don't get me wrong, I did not mistreat it or abuse it or anything, and it was a bit dusty, but definitely not dirty on the inside. So I did kind of look after it. I did put money in it. I'd already spent some money on certain repairs and servicing it and all that, but I just thought, yeah, might as well just cut my losses with it and move on. And I was only able to move on because of you guys, so this is quite important, and this is why I made this video. I just wanted to share it with y'all because this is thanks to you. So in the end, I just wanted to give y'all a big shout out and say a massive thank you for all your amazing support throughout the years. It has made a difference, and that also explains the gap in the videos over the last couple of days. So that's what I've been up to. That did mean a bit of traveling backwards and forwards, spending lots of time on the phone and all of that good stuff. But from this point forth, we will carry on with the normal schedule, and I will be looking at other guides and stuff that we can do, as well as trying to recover some time on Valheim, because I've not actually touched the game for quite a time now. With all that said, that is pretty much it for this video, folks. I do hope that you have enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe.